It's not dignity that's inherent upon us, getting our ducks in a row and knowing exactly how to behave. But it is a dignity that's based in the fact that we are loved by God and nothing can change that. And so as a result, I gradually came to that realization slowly, that when I had sinned against God, when I knew I had disappointed him, in very subtle and mysterious ways, that was in some ways when I most felt his comfort and peace, when I would acknowledge that to him. And it wasn't that sin didn't matter to God. It meant so much that Christ died for us because of that sin. But that because of the sin, I was able to turn from that sin. I was able to turn from the sin, run to my Father who loved me. And I feel like the example of my parents showing grace in so many ways helped to reinforce that I serve a God who all the more shows grace. When I run to him, having sinned, feeling as though I had disappointed and ruined everything, God was always there to hear me, and his Spirit was always there to comfort me. Now, with church history, the great thing about it is when you begin to read the documents of church history from other centuries, from other places, you can have reinforced that this is not just all in your head, but this is the same experience that people throughout time and in every inhabited continent on earth, they also can affirm, yes, that is the nature of the God that I serve as well. And so, for example, I'll give you one example from church history.
Yes, please.
Julian of Norwich. She's a woman who lived during the time of the Black Death in Europe. This is a time when 60% of Europe died, and in a plague. So a lot of people during this time were feeling very gloomy, and they were assuming that we have somehow sinned so seriously against God that he has sent this devastating plague on us. And a lot of the kind of weird and disturbing things in medieval Christianity were really going strong at this time. People whipping themselves to somehow punish themselves to make this plague go away. And yet here's Julian. Julian is this woman who lives in a single room. She gets really sick, and she has visions of Jesus. And she wrote her book is called The Revelations of Divine Love.